Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another Rookie Card Collector 123 video. In today's episode, we're going to continue our look at top 10 early and low pop cards for the Baseball Hall of Famers, working in alphabetical order. Today's episode, we're going to cover Johnny Bench, all-time great catcher for the Cincinnati Reds, primarily Big Red Machine during the 70s. Came up to the Reds in the late 60s, 68, and career ran through 1984 or so, mid 80s. So Johnny Bench, regarded by many as the best catcher, best all-around catcher of all time, great defensive catcher, as well as a home run hitter and RBI machine, like I said, for the Cincinnati Reds. So the first Johnny Bench item we're going to look at, he had one item produced in 1967. Excuse me. It was not a card, so it's not going to qualify as a rookie card, but it was a Cincinnati Reds team issue. The Reds issued a lot of photo packs primarily, some of them in the format of postcards, some of them just blank on the back, so really photographs and part of photo packs, team sets. The 67 Cincinnati photo pack, as most of their issues were, the image or the photo is in black and white on the card, usually a big white, wide white border surrounding it. The bottom of the card, the Cincinnati Reds designation was usually printed in red. So the image black and white, the Cincinnati Reds designation in red at the bottom. Backs were typically blank on these. And these would come sold at the ballparks, the stadiums. There was probably 20 to 25 total issued of all the Cincinnati Reds ball players from 1967. So that's the earliest MLB issue for Johnny Bench. Then we move on to 68. Of course, we have the traditional Topps Future Stars Cincinnati rookie card. That's one of those two-player cards that Topps produced a lot of during the 60s. And during the 70s, it moved on to three-player and four-player cards as the decade went on. These are not always as popular with collectors as the first full appearance of the player individually. So Bench has a 69 Topps card with the rookie cup on it, showing he was the top rookie catcher the year before, 1968. A lot of collectors choose to go after that one as opposed to the 68 rookie because of the fact that it's an individual card and doesn't share with another player. So in addition to the Topps card from 68, there was also a Venezuelan Topps produced in Venezuela overseas. Exact same image. The front of it looks identical. The back of it is the Venezuelan version. These are much scarcer, harder to come by, compared to the Topps rookie, which have in the thousands of population report numbers. The Venezuelan is probably somewhere between 20 to 30, maybe, something like that. I actually have one of the Venezuelan Johnny Bench rookies graded by SGC at 3, which is a fairly high grade for the Venezuelan cards. So Venezuelan Topps, 68 Topps, two Johnny Bench rookies. There's another 68 Bench, also qualifies as a rookie. This one is put out by Kahn's Wieners or Kahn's Hot Dogs. Kahn's began putting cards out for baseball in 1955 was the first year. In the beginning, it was strictly just the Pittsburgh Pirates, Cincinnati Reds, and Cleveland Indians. As they got later into the 50s and into the 60s, they added a couple of more teams. The Milwaukee Braves were one of those clubs that was added in there. So the 68 Cons issue had a number of Cincinnati Reds in there. Johnny Bench rookie season was one of the highlights. There's a Pete Rose in there and several other Red stars. These were red, yellow, and white backgrounds on these cards. and the player image was in full color on the front. They were made with a Cons advertising logo as well. A lot of times you'll find the player image with the advertising logo missing or cut off. A lot of times these end up getting trimmed off of the full card. And of course, these were packed with hot dogs, so hot dog staining is sometimes an issue, oftentimes an issue with these. So condition isn't always great. So 68 cons, another Johnny Bench rookie option. Another 68 bench that's out there. These are going to get into somewhat more of a regional look now. We have a Partridge Meets Johnny Bench, again, similar to the Reds team issue from 67. These had black and white player images with the designation for the team on the bottom in red because of the Cincinnati Reds ball club. The Partridge Meets was one version of that. Then the same image of bench was used for a few different team set images from various advertisers. So Partridge Meets, we just said, was the first one. There was a Uniroyal Keds. I believe those were sneakers. Keds was a popular sneaker brand back in the 70s, 80s. Put out by Uniroyal was the corporate entity. Again, a black and white photo. James Way Trucking, obviously a trucking company under the name of James Way. That was another advertising medium for them. They put out Cincinnati Reds team photo packs with a number of players, including Johnny Bench in 1968. So James Way, Uniroyal, Partridge Meets. And separately, there was a company called Sports Service. In the mid to later 60s, Sports Service put out photo packs of a lot of Major League Baseball teams in a very similar format to the J Publishing, if you're familiar with the J Publishing photo packs. They're all black and white. They usually came 12 in a pack, all the same team. They would be sold in an envelope at the baseball stadium for that ball club. And Johnny Bench appeared in the 68 Cincinnati Reds Sports Service team photo pack. So another bench rookie option. Again, these are photo packs, they're not cards, so it's not going to qualify for a rookie card, but another rookie bench option. 68, we had another Cincinnati Reds team issue photo, similar to 67. It's a year later. Slightly different image on that one for Johnny Bench, but same idea with the Cincinnati designation on the bottom in red. Johnny Bench photo in black and white. And the last one we're going to cover for Johnny Bench, a lot of these 68s ended up being team photo packs or advertising versions of that. So a lot of different options for Bench, and a Bench master collector certainly has a challenge trying to complete all of those regional issues. But the last one we're going to look at for Bench is going to be the only 69 other than the tops that I mentioned before. This one is an MLB, Major League Baseball photo stamp of Johnny Bench. These were issued in uncut sheets. They would have 12 different sheets, 6 for the American League, 6 for the National League. And they're stamps, as the name implies. And they were meant to be separated and pasted into an album or wherever you wanted to put it. These National League, one of the National League sheets, the most popular one, actually includes on the same sheet Willie Mays, Hank Aaron, and Roberto Clemente. But Bench appears on one of the National League stamp sheets, and these are in full color, like I said, and not super hard to find. These are out there. Most people never separated them, so it's not too hard to find a complete sheet as it is. So that's going to wrap up our Johnny Bench episode today. A lot of team issue stuff. A 67 bench that predates the Topps rookie card. And a few other different options, Cons Wieners and Partridge Meats included. So hope you found the information useful. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.